I was going to ask you about your perfect Omaha, and if you had a magic wand to change some things, or to, you know, areas that you would just kind of wave that magic wand over, what that would be.
Well, I know you talked about in our earlier conversation maybe looking at 3 things, but I think there's one.
Just
thing.
one, okay.
And that is, we have got to come together. We have so much diversity in this city, and we need to build on that, and it makes us a stronger city when we put our diversity together and do things together. Yeah.
I heard a great quote from Linda Schaefer, who manages Leadership Omaha, and we were talking about inclusivity. And inclusivity, she said, doesn't mean you have the same beliefs, but it just means you're inclusive and you welcome people of differences.
That's exactly right.
So it's not about making people change their beliefs in whatever, but it's just being open-minded to the differences that we all have.
And that's exactly right. It's part of the reason I'm out and about so much. So I made a point to try and get out to our churches and our synagogues. And I've done probably close to 130 different events, all the way from a high mass with the Archbishop to just a very, very Protestant Baptist ceremonies or services. And I've been to the Hindu temple, I've been to Jewish events, I've been to Buddhist. This is part of what you were just talking about. How do we have the inclusiveness of all that are here, and you can still have your own beliefs, but you can still offer that respect, and that's probably the key word we need to work on in our city, is how do we have more respect of others and their walks of life and their beliefs as well.
Yeah. Having a non-welcoming city is going to prevent someone from moving here or wanting to stay here. But, you know, making some little tweaks to being more inclusive opens the door to a lot.
It does. And let's go to my California trip with the Chamber of Commerce. We visited 4 companies. All 4 of them, when they started talking about questions on Omaha, every one of them had what's your diversity?
Really?
They wanted to know what our diversity was. And when I quizzed that further, they were looking at everything. They were looking at gender, race, the other, let's say, cultures from foreign nations, because they were global companies. That's what they were looking for, other languages. Being able to pull from that into the business model of their company. And that's what they were looking for when they make their decisions about moving to Omaha or expanding in Omaha. I thought it was an interesting commentary.
That is it's interesting to take that away, that it's maybe not always a tax focus or a, you know, whatever type of traditional business focus that maybe businesses are now going to be looking at when they think about moving or whatever.
Well, it's interesting, we have a lot of rhetoric about taxes. That does not surface when we talk to businesses about coming here. It's about what is the site? How does that site work to their markets, transportation of incoming raw materials, outgoing products, the workforce, and they're looking at work ethics. And that was what built into the diversity questions.
Well, that's positive to hear, and I think that the opportunity exists for Omaha and our community to be much more inclusive. So that's positive. We just have a lot of work to do.
Well, I do think one of my responsibilities as mayor is to be able to look and see enough here in our community. And that's why I visit so many schools, I visit so many manufacturing and companies, to see who they are, what they are, and what they are looking for in maintaining their institution, if it's a school, or their company, if it's a business of some kind here. And I need to make sure that in my conduct at City Hall that we are building on those things as well. Our staff is diverse, our boards and commissions, as we make appointments, are diverse, and that we are beginning to put in place policies here from a government standpoint that complement our business community, complement our neighborhoods, complement our educational facilities.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for my questions. What questions do you have for me?
Well, I am looking forward to the summit.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I know it's going to get better and better each year,
Yes.
and that you put a lot of planning into this one, and I look forward to participating. But the biggest thing is to interact with the young professionals and to laugh and chuckle and talk about some serious things and talk about some light things.
Yeah.
It'll be a great day for me. It'll be a great day for all that attend this summit, and let's make it happen in Omaha, Nebraska.
Well, thank you for being our guest. We're excited to have you there.
My pleasure.
Okay.